Hello everyone, I'm back with another video. Here I'm showing you how to make a braided hairband. So I have 4 pieces of fabric here, still on that same bedspread I used. The smaller ones are about 2 inches wide, and then the bigger pieces 6 inches wide and 17 inches long, if that's correct. The other ones are 2 inches wide and 14 inches long. So you have 3 pieces of that one. So I'm going to need some elastic for this video. The hairband is going to need some elastic at the back. So I'm going to use about 10 inches for the elastic. Now for the smaller pieces, I'm just going to fold them like I'm folding a bias tape. So I'm going to fold 1/2 inch on one side and 1/2 inch on the other side. I'm going to use my iron for this so that I can give it a good press. I'm going to do that for the 3 pieces that are 2 inches wide. So make sure you grab your iron so you can get this part done. So here I'm ironing by folding the 2 parts together at once. You can decide to just do one after the other. And please, when you're ironing, do not iron on bare wood because it really hurts. I don't know if you're going to burn down the house doing this. I didn't, but please do not do this because it's really hot and you can injure yourself. So now I'm just going to fold it one more time and then iron it again. So by the time I'm done, it's going to be like 1/2 inch wide, and this is the strand that I'm going to use to make my braid. I'm going to do this for the 3 pieces that are 2 inches wide, like I said earlier. So make sure when you're ironing is quite straight. So like I said, you can do it this way. Iron 1/2 inch first on one end, and then you do the same thing on the other end. So please be careful while you're doing this. You can get like a fabric that you can put under, like an old bedspread or something that you can put under while you're ironing so that you don't injure yourself. So you iron it like this and then you fold it one more time and iron it again. So it's along this edge that you're going to sew so that you can secure the braid. Yeah, my hands were already hurting. My fingers were burning. So I used the 3rd piece as well. And now you have your 3 strands for your braid. So you're going to sew along the edge for the 3 of them. And when you're done, this is what it's going to look like. You have your 3 strands ready. And for the other piece, you're just going to fold it, turn it to the wrong side, and then you also sew along that edge. So you're done with that, you turn it inside out, and this is what it looks like. So now you're going to grab your 3 strands, arrange them, use your pins to arrange them if you use pins like me, but I think you actually need your pins to work this one out. So use your pins to secure them on one end, one after the other. So to make this easier for yourself, you can use like different colors of fabrics that kind of go together. That way when you're braiding, you can tell and you can be sure you're doing this well. But if you're used to braiding, you can just, skip that, forget that, and just continue. So you're going to grab the 3rd piece and secure with the pin on that end. So how's your quarantine season going? By the way, I decided to ask because I think I haven't asked in a while. So here I was just using my chalk to mark the kind of color code, sort of, but they weren't clear enough apparently. So I used blue on the last strand, and then I used the orange color on the middle one, and then the 3rd one had no color, so that represents Mr. Nobody. So I was trying hard to ensure that the color would show, but apparently it wasn't going to show because the fabric is really white. Anyways, I also tried again to use pins to differentiate them, but that didn't really work out as well. So I used green on the other end, on the one on the last end, and then I used the yellow one, the yellow pin on the second one, the middle one, and then the third one was Mr. Nobody, like I said before. I moved the pins out, so I thought that this would make it like more visible, but that really did not work as well. But if you can see it, well, that's good. So now I'm just going to make the braid right now. So I should probably just keep quiet and let you guys watch how I'm doing this, but somehow I don't think I can stop talking at the moment, so let's just keep going. So basically it's just taking one strand under the other one, so you keep moving each strand to the far end, one piece after the other, or one strand after the other. That's pretty much what I'm doing, but you can just watch so that you can get it right. So remember when you're done to take out your pins so you don't injure yourself or create a scar on your forehead when you wear the band. So you just braid it carefully till you get to the end. I didn't want to speed up this part so that anyone who did not know how to braid before could actually get it. So you do this till you get to the other end, and then you secure with your pins again so that you can now sew it down. So when you're pinning it down, make sure you do not pin the back piece, because we're going to be sewing it down on the front, the piece that is attached to. You're going to be sewing it down on the front. We're going to deal with the back side later, but you're just going to sew it down on the front one, on the two ends of your band. So now I'm just going to sew it down on that side. Separate the back piece when you're sewing it. I'm going to do the same thing on the other side, and I'll show you when I'm done. So this is what it looks like. I'm done sewing it down. That's what it looks like. And now I'm just going to take out my pins from both ends. And I'm just going to, you can decide to make like little stitches, you know, in the middle, like to just hold down the braid to the band, but you can skip that like me. I didn't feel the need to do that. So now I'm just going to fold in the raw edge. I'm going to fold in the raw edge on both ends of the band. You can just fold in about, it doesn't have to be half an inch, it could be like less than half an inch, which is kind of what I used here. So you just need to fold that in and use your pins to hold it down. Again, if you do not use pins, you can definitely skip this part. So I'm doing this to the other side as well, so you can secure the three strands on both ends of the band. You can use your pins to hold this down, and if you do not use pins, you can just go ahead and sew it down and forget about that. So it's at this point that we're going to add our elastic to the band. So I'm going to cut out my elastic. So you figure out how much elastic you're going to need for the band by simply placing the band on your head or on the head of whoever is going to wear the band. I was trying to make sure this thing is as flat as possible. So yeah, I grabbed like a mannequin head and I placed my band on top of it so I could figure out how much elastic I was going to need. I simply wrapped my elastic around it from one end to the other end so I could figure out how much I needed. By the time I was done, I needed about 10 inches of elastic, so it's not going to be too tight. It was going to be a bit loose on the mannequin just because the mannequin has no hair on it, so I figured that if I'm going to wear the band, I'm going to have my hair on it, and my hair would actually take a little more space. So I use about 10 inches for this. You can use as much as you need for your own head. So I'm just going to fix one end of the elastic to the band and then do it for the other side. I use my pin to hold it down. You can use a thicker elastic. This was the one I got out of the bedspread that I used, so you can buy the regular elastic about 0.5 inches or half inch. You can use that for the elastic. You can use a thicker elastic, but I would not really recommend that because it might just be tight or feel uncomfortable on your head. So now I'm going to sew it down on the two ends. So now I'm done, and this is what it looks like. Something casual. You can use a very nice fabric for this. You can use Ankara or any other cotton fabric you have. So this is what it looks like on my mannequin. Now has some hair, so this is what it looks like. Thank you for watching my video today. If you like this content, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe and comment, and also share my videos. I hope to see you in my next video. Bye for now.